In this attractive home at Malibu Beach lives Lucy Martin. Because personal tragedy has struck twice in the past year, Mrs. Martin is preparing to spend a very quiet birthday, without knowing, of course, that this is one birthday she will never forget.
Code 3.
My name is Barrett, Assistant Sheriff, Los Angeles County. This is the story of 26.5 minutes, which seemed much longer, which seemed like an entire night of terror.
Hi, Bets.
Happy birthday, honey.
Betty! Oh!
Well, it is your birthday.
Yes, and thank you. Where's Tommy?
At the office, naturally. You know, if you ever want to become a social hermit, marry a doctor.
No, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Gee, only a dope like me would have joked about marriage tonight. I am sorry.
Bets, please. My husband isn't dead, you know.
How is Paul?
He's getting along. I was up there Sunday. The doctors told me he hasn't had a tantrum in a week. They may release him in 6 months.
Oh, that's fine.
He asked to have a haircut. It's a sign they're getting better, you know. And they care about how they look.
Did he mention the accident?
A few times. I always try to steer the conversation away from Bobby.
Of course.
The doctors could only convince him that we know it was an accident.
Oh, they will, honey. Really, they will. It just takes time.
I know. He does look wonderful, though. This is my birthday present to myself. I took it and then I had it enlarged.
Oh, it is a good picture. I'm getting hungry. Where's all that food you promised us?
Come on in the kitchen. You're going to have to help.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Paul.
Lucy. Lucy. You didn't think I'd miss your birthday, did you?
You never have.
No. I'm sorry I didn't bring anything, but... Well, by the time I got out, all the stores were closed.
I don't understand. How?
How did I get out? Well, they released me. They found out that I was right, and well, there was never anything wrong with me. You don't believe me?
Of course I do, darling. It's just that I didn't understand. Oh, but I've got you back again. That's all I care about.
Lucy, you didn't want to sign those papers sending me to that place, did you?
No, darling.
You know, I had time to think in that hospital, and I figured it all out. You see, your sister and that doctor she's married to, they made you do it, didn't they?
We'll talk about it later.
No. Tell me now.
Paul, you were sick.
No, I wasn't sick. I was not sick. No, There was never anything wrong with me.
I know that, darling. Oh,
Yeah.
my dinner.
Hmm?
I was fixing it when you came in.
Well, your birthday dinner. Well, that's nice. That's all right. You go ahead. I'll be all right. It's all right. I'll get it. You go ahead. Fix dinner. Hello?
This is Western Union. We have a telegram from Mrs. Paul Martin.
She's busy. Who's it from?
The signature is Night Superintendent, Camarillo State Mental Hospital.
The message is, your husband, Paul Martin, escaped from detention this institution approximately...
Operator, call the sheriff. He's here. Hurry.
Thank you, operator. I'll deliver the message.
Come on.
Lucy!
Paul!
Now, I stole this along with my clothes from the hospital.
You don't need it here.
Lock that door and bolt it. Now, where is he? Where's your doctor? I brought this for him. Oh, I know why he hates me.
He doesn't hate you, Paul. Nobody hates you.
He said I was crazy. Why, he told the judge at the hearing that I killed my own son.
Paul, he said you were sick.
No, I had time to figure out why he got so crazy jealous of me. You know why? Because he used to listen to me play, and he'd hear the people applaud. Now, he's supposed to be a great doctor, only nobody ever applauded for him, but for me, piano player. And that ate him up inside. Why, he couldn't even sleep nights. You said so yourself.
But that was because...
No, I'll tell you why. Because he hated me so much, he wanted to kill me to get rid of me. And he got you to help him. And then he started those stories about me being crazy. And you told Lucy. You're the one that got her to sign that paper saying she wanted me put away because I tried to kill her.
Well, you did.
You're a liar!
No!
I know they made you do it, Lucy. But don't you see? He had to try to get rid of me that way because he didn't have nerve enough to kill me himself. But just wait till he gets here. I'll show him I've got courage enough to use this.
Paul, you can't. Tommy didn't...
Answer it. Now, if that's the doctor, you let him in.
Oh, Paul, please.
Let him in!
Who is it?
Mrs. Martin?
Yes.
Deputy Harper from the sheriff's office. May I come in?
This is Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin, I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes.
About what?
We're not here to arrest you. You haven't committed any crime. We're here to help you. We came as friends.
Who else you got with you?
It's another deputy. Now, may I talk to you for a few minutes?
I'm busy.
Good evening. Can I help you?
Do you live here?
No, Mrs. Martin is my sister-in-law.
Well, Mr. Martin's inside. Can you help us get in? We want to avoid shooting.
Paul has a gun? Oh, my wife is in there. He'll kill her. He hates her. He thinks
Are they
we're...
expecting you?
Yes, it's Mrs. Martin's birthday.
He might unlock the door for you. If he does, I can jump in right behind you.
Paul, this is Tommy.
Paul, no.
Paul, can you hear me? This is Tommy.
Yes, Tommy, I hear you.
Well, may I come in?
Well, there's no one I'd rather see.
Well, I feel the same way, Paul. You know that. Now, unlock the door.
Yes, you'd like me to do that, wouldn't you? You know, your wife is in here, and so is Lucy.
I know that, Paul.
Yes, but what you don't know is that If anybody tries to break in here, I'll kill all three of us.
He means it.
Well, how sick is he?
He tried to choke his wife to death before he was committed.
How long's he been at the hospital?
5 or 6 months, ever since the accident.
What accident?
Well, they had a 3-year-old son named Bobby. Paul was backing out of the garage one day and ran over the boy. He was always a nervous man, and this sort of pushed him over the line. He went to bed and stayed there for over a month. He didn't even go to the boy's funeral.
Now, let's worry about the gun. Is there any way to get me upstairs?
Tommy,
Yes, Paul.
listen. I just wanted you to know that the gun is loaded.
Paul, dear.
Don't be afraid. I'm not really a killer. I know everybody thinks I am.
Paul, that isn't so.
You did your best to break us up, didn't you? You tried to get Lucy to hate me.
Darling, you're wrong about Betty and Tom.
We were only trying to help you.
I've had about enough of you for one night. Now, get out. Get out!
Go ahead. Paul and I love each other. He wouldn't hurt me. Please, Bets.
Now, listen a minute. You stay there. Tommy!
He's not here, Mr. Martin.
Where'd he go?
He took a little walk.
The doctor's wife is coming out. And if you try to get in here, well, she'll never reach you alive. You hear me?
I won't make a move.
All right.
Betty.
She's all right. She came out and fainted.
Want a cigarette?
No, thank you. May I have that, please?
I nearly forgot I had it.
May I have it, please?
Why?
This is your home. You don't need it here.
No.
Paul, I want to go on being your wife.
I want you to.
Do you really?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Then prove it to me.
But how?
Go back to the hospital.
I'm not crazy.
I know that. But, Paul, you are sick.
No.
You went to the hospital when you had pneumonia, remember? And they took care of you.
No, that was a different kind of a hospital.
For a different kind of sickness.
No,
They'll make you get better.
I'm not going back.
Why not?
Because they tried to kill me. They tried. They did.
Paul,
You don't believe me?
why should they want to kill you? Why?
Oh, didn't she tell you? Didn't your own sister tell you?
Tell me what?
Well, she came to the hospital one day. No, to visit me, she said. Only she really came to talk to the doctors and to tell them about Bobby. Except she told them that it wasn't an accident, that she said I killed my own son on purpose. And I told them, yes, she did. I told them exactly what happened, that I was backing up and I didn't see him. I didn't see him. And they wouldn't believe me because they're doctors and her husband's a doctor, and so she turned them against me. She made them hate me, and that's why they tried to kill me.
Stop it, Paul! Stop it! You say you love me.
I do.
Then let me do something, please.
What?
Let me open the door.
The sheriff is out there. You want to send me back.
So that you can get well.
No.
So that we can be happy again.
No, Lucy, I'm not going back.
Paul, I'm going to open the door.
No, Lucy. Lucy, please, stay away from that door. Lucy, stop! Lucy, I'm so sorry. Lucy, please, don't just sit there like that. Yell at me, say something, tell me you hate me, but don't just sit there.
You haven't left much for me to say.
Oh, what a way to end it.
Didn't have to end. It still doesn't have to.
You mean you'd still stay with me?
Yes. On one condition, that you go back
No, please, don't love me with conditions. Just love me. Trust me. I told you they wanted to kill me. You want them to kill me. You blame me for the accident. Just... No, please. No, Lucy, please, don't walk away from me. Listen, Lucy, let me stay here. Go to the judge tomorrow morning and tell him that I'm all right. I'll practice every day. I'll go right back to work. I'll call the office right now.
Paul, listen to me.
All right.
I say this with all my heart. You're the most important thing in the world to me. The only thing. And I want to go on loving you. Oh, but Paul, I need help. I need to feel proud of you like I used to. I need it. I need it to live.
I know. You must feel so ashamed of me now.
No, darling. But I was so proud of you last week at the hospital. The doctors told me how hard you were trying to get well. And I knew you were doing it for me, for us. They said in a couple of months you'd be completely cured. Oh, think of it, darling. Just a few short months. We can have another child. We can have a whole family.
Well, thank you. Thank you for telling me that I'm almost cured, that I'm just a little sick.
Well, it's true.
Now, how can it be true? Sick means crazy. Now, you can't be a little crazy. Either you're crazy or you're not. And I'm not.
All right, Paul. We'll do it your way. If you don't want to go back to the hospital, I'll get Tommy to write a letter saying you're completely cured.
Good. That's a very good idea. You do that. You get him to write that letter. What was that? What was that noise?
Nothing, Paul. Nothing.
No? Now, you heard that. Don't tell me you didn't hear that.
It was the ocean. It's high tide tonight.
I don't know what's going on down below. Stay behind. If I get in trouble, call for help.
Paul, how long are we going to sit here?
I don't know. Right, stop! Stop right there! Now, don't move until I tell you. Throw your gun down the stairs. Now put your hands up over your head. Come down into the room. Now, kick that gun over to me.
Mr. Martin, you're not a criminal. You've got no record. Now, I can't make a deal with you, but I'm sure the judge will forget about tonight if you'll only drive...
No, now can't I make you people understand? I'm not going back.
Well, being in the hospital doesn't mean...
You're wrong about my husband. He's completely recovered.
I beg your pardon?
The gun went off accidentally, didn't it, dear?
Yes. Accidentally.
I see.
Doesn't he look completely recovered to you?
Mrs. Martin, I'm not a doctor.
Did you ever hear my husband play?
I'm afraid not.
Darling, prove that you're all better.
You really want me to?
Of course I do.
It's not a trick.
You're the only one who can do tricks. You've got both the guns.
Yeah. This is for you. That was very clever of you, Sheriff. You said you came here as my friend.
I did.
And my wife says she still loves me.
I do, Paul, I do.
That means neither of you want me to get hurt. Now, either turn the lights on immediately, or I'll take one of these guns and kill myself.
No, Paul, no. Oh, Sheriff, please, turn them back on.
Thank you. Now, just stay where you are, and we'll go on with the concert. What did you do to this thing?
Nothing, I haven't touched it.
Bobby's picture. It's a trick. This
No, it isn't. I didn't know it was there, Paul.
Yes, it is. This is the picture taken before the
It must have
accident.
slipped into the piano.
No, it didn't. The whole thing, it's a trick, and I... Oh, it was a trick. Adam!
No,
Adam!
no!
It was a trick. I'm not going back.
Lucy. Lucy, listen to me. Paul was not hurt seriously. He's going to be all right. In fact, this was probably good for him. Now he's emotionally exhausted. But he needs help, Lucy. Medical help and your help. He can be cured.
Paul Martin spent a year at Camarillo State Mental Hospital and was released only about a month ago, completely cured. More than half the hospital beds in this country today are occupied by mental patients, Our doctors and hospitals need all the help you can give to meet this serious problem. And now I'd like to introduce Eugene W. Biscaloose, Sheriff of Los Angeles County.
Friends, during the production of the Code 3 films, a deputy sheriff is present at all times to assure you of the authenticity in our stories. We hope you'll join us again next week for another true case from our files. Thank you very much.